27-year-old housewife. I live in a condo with my husband, Tom. One day, we were at my parents' house to have some lunch together. My brother Rob was there too. After dinner, we started talking, and my parents started talking about how they met. So you guys started dating after Valentine's Day, huh? I had no idea. Yeah, I was at the department store to buy some chocolates for my father, but then I saw this guy walking around with a lot of Itetsuhoshi chocolates. He could barely walk straight. Itetsuhoshi chocolate? You mean that character from the baseball comic? The old guy who can't control his temper? Yeah, him. They had this chocolate that looked really like his face.
That's hilarious! Yeah, that takes me back. I was walking by the chocolate section, and it felt like someone was watching me. And when I looked over, I found a bunch of those chocolates hanging from the wall. I loved that comic, so I decided to buy every single one of them.
And guess what he said when I bumped into him? Sorry?
He's obsessed with that comic book, so he probably said a famous line or something, didn't he?
Nope, he smiled at me, gave me one of his chocolates, and said, "Happy Valentine's Day."
Yeah, she seemed a bit confused though. Can't say that I blame her.
Yeah, I've never gotten a chocolate from a guy before, so... So we fell in love with you! It was love at first sight! But then after he gave me the chocolate, he said, "You don't have to pay me for anything, but if you want, maybe we can go on a date sometime." I didn't know what to say to him, to be honest. If it was just any other guy, I probably would have just left, but there was something about him. He just seemed so cute and innocent, you know? So I said yes. Oh, that's so cute! I loved my family so much. But my brother's wife, Katy, she was a bit of a troublemaker. For instance, when they came to visit my parents during the holidays, I was there with my husband and... Happy New Year, everyone! What is she wearing? It's winter! It was freezing outside, but she was wearing this really skimpy outfit, and she was pretty chubby, so it wasn't a good look for her. We didn't know what to say to her. My husband and I just sat there not saying anything, and then...
Hey, can I talk to you guys in private?
My brother took us into the other room. Then...
Sorry about her. I don't know why she likes to dress like that. I asked her to stop so many times, but she won't listen. She wasn't like this before I got married, though. She started dressing like that after the wedding.
Oh, I see. Well, I guess it's her choice.
But, that's not the only thing. She's very touchy with other guys, even when I'm right in front of her. And she's been baking cookies and stuff for my colleagues. Not sure why. She looked up their addresses online and stuff. Creepy, right? And she's been doing it for a while now. Naturally, their wives didn't appreciate this, and they all came to me, telling me to put a stop to all this.
Are you for real? Why would she do that, though? Makes no sense.
Not sure. I asked her many times, but she won't tell me. So I called one of her friends that I met at the wedding, and asked her what my wife was like before all this.
Yeah?
Well, according to her, she's been like this for a while. She loved flirting with guys, and even though the guys weren't that interested in her, she always thought she was at the center of attention. Long story short, she was trouble.
Oh no, that can't be good. There was a girl just like that back in elementary school. She was always bragging about how popular she was with the boys. That's all she talked about. She was always saying how the boys in class were obsessed with her. Most of us just stayed away from her, though. She was really annoying, so... But she's a grown woman. I didn't know there were people like that. What a weirdo.
Then her friend said she only married me for the money, apparently. She also liked the way I looked, but that was about it. She didn't want me to dump her, so she hid her true self until we were married. This woman, she never liked her, so she didn't want to come to the wedding, but their parents were good friends, so she couldn't say no. Do you think I should get a divorce?
I feel so bad for him. Then his wife walked in, so we went back to the dining room. But then she started flirting with my husband and my dad. She was creeping us out. My mom and I just looked at each other, not knowing what to do. She was making everyone very uncomfortable. Finally, her husband snapped and told her it was time to leave. He had to drag her out of there. After that, I didn't see her for a while. But then on Valentine's Day, as Tom was getting ready to go to work, someone rang the doorbell. I went to answer the door and it was Katy. Oh, what does she want? I had no idea why she was here. I was busy that morning, so I opened the door to ask what she wanted. Hey, is Tom home? She was here for Tom. She was wearing that skimpy outfit again. It was Valentine's Day, so I think she was here to give him chocolates. Why is she doing this? I thought her husband told her to stop. So I told her, sorry, but he's about to go to work. He's busy. I can take a message if you want, I said to her. She kept asking for Tom, but I refused. I didn't want her anywhere near my husband. Then, you're so stubborn. Are you scared I might steal him away from you? Well, I'm pretty, so I can't say that I blame you. Whatever, I didn't know you were such a jerk. I thought you were nice, but I guess I was wrong. What? Here, give this to him, will ya? Then she handed me a bag of chocolates. It was shaped like a big kissy lip. Ugh, gross. She's got a horrible taste. But she didn't stop there. I took a mold of my own lips. Pretty neat, right? Excuse me? I think I'm gonna throw up. And here I got one for you too. You're my sister-in-law. So? Then she handed me some chocolates. Well, you better get something for me in return. See you soon, I guess. I know, can you get me some Godiva? What? No way. Here, take them back. I don't want them. Oh, stop being so difficult. Just take them. Say hi to Tom for me, okay? I gotta go now. Bye. Then she ran off before I could say anything. Seriously? What is her problem? So I went back into the house. Tom was in the kitchen drinking some coffee. I told him what just happened and showed him the chocolates she made for him. He didn't even know what to say. We texted her husband right away and told him everything. Turns out she did the same thing to my dad. Naturally, my mom was very upset. One day later, someone rang the doorbell as I was getting dinner started. Ugh, it was Katy again. What does she want? I didn't feel like talking to her, but what choice did I have? Hey, is Tom home? I just ignored her and asked her why she was here. I just wanted to know what he thought of my chocolates. I hope he liked it. I bet he's in love with me now. Nobody can resist my lips. He's just been really good to me, so I just wanted to show my gratitude. A few months ago when we all met at your parents' house, he was staring at me non-stop. He obviously likes me. She just kept going on and on and on like this. So annoying. When is she gonna stop? What is wrong with her, seriously? I have to do something about her. So I came up with this plan. We were actually gonna go over to her house that night to confront her, but she came to us, so fine by me. I couldn't help but smile, but she didn't even notice. She just kept going on and on like this. I don't want to come between you guys, honestly. Don't worry, even if he asks me out, I'll be sure to say no, okay? I took out my phone and started typing. Then, look, I already got you something. For the chocolates you gave me the other day. I handed them to your husband, so talk to him when you get home, okay? Then I showed her my phone and started playing the video. What's this? Is this your parents' house? What's going on here? It was a video of my husband and my dad breaking the chocolate she gave them on Valentine's Day. They were both creeped out and they couldn't eat it. Don't worry, we didn't waste anything. We melted the chocolates and look here! I showed her another picture. My mom and I used the melted chocolates and made some Katy chocolates. My mom's really good at this. Look, this one looks exactly like you. Thanks, dear, but I think yours is much better. The big nose, the small eyes, you've got everything right. My mom showed up from the back. We both started laughing. Hey, shut up! Stop being so rude! This looks nothing like me. You sure about that? All your friends think so. Then I showed her my Instagram account. We posted the picture on our account, and look, we got a lot of comments from your friends. Looks exactly like her. Great job. Ah! She started flipping out. Her face started turning red in anger. And guess whose account this is? I showed her my phone screen. Then... What the? Rob? It was my brother's account. All the photos and videos I just showed her, we actually filmed everything that morning. She probably thought her husband was at work, but he took paid leave and came over this morning. Then I showed her another video. It was Rob wearing a karate uniform. He used to be on the karate team back in the days. Then he walked up to the camera, not saying a single word. He had the chocolates in his hand, the one my mom and I made that morning. Then he placed the chocolates on some roof tiles and...
Ha!
He snapped everything in half! Katy just sat there, not knowing what to say. Then...
I decided to get a divorce.
What? Then he bowed to the camera and the screen went blank. Divorce? Hold on. After that, I showed her the comments. He already had hundreds of likes on his video. No! Then she fell to the ground. Then my husband and my dad showed up. Then they handed her a piece of paper. They were divorce papers. Rob told me to give them to you. He said he didn't want to see you anymore, so we already signed everything. So here you go. What? No! She started crying out loud. I was hoping she'd leave, but... Why? What did I do? I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't cheat on him or anything. Well, I mean, you were flirting with every guy you met. You even made chocolates for them, so I don't know. I'd probably do the same thing if I was in his shoes. He told you to stop multiple times, but you never listened. Oh, where is he? I just want to talk to him. Please, I apologize, okay? Just let me talk to him. She started begging us to tell her where Rob was. It's too late, sorry. Oh, here, these are for you. I handed her some chocolates. You said you wanted something in return, so here you go. Hope you enjoy. She started crying even louder after that. She had nothing left to say to us. A few weeks later, the divorce was finalized. She came to our house a few times after that, begging Rob to take her back, but every time she came over, we just called the cops on her. After a while, she just stopped trying. Finally! A few days later, her parents came to see Rob to apologize. They promised us to make her pay for the damages. After that, her parents sent her to a monastery to train under a monk. Training was really hard and it wasn't looking good for her. But I heard she lost a lot of weight, so that's good, I guess. As for us, things finally went back to normal. Peace at last! A few days later, we were all at our parents' house for dinner. Hey, look! I sent my friend the picture of the chocolate and look what she made! Wow, look at that! That looks incredible. She's such a great artist. She also gave me some chocolates. Come on, let's eat!
The name's Paul. I'm a 22-year-old businessman. I started working right after high school. It was my 4th year now. Work was hard, but I liked my job. I always liked school and I really wanted to go to college. But my parents, they were some of those toxic parents. They loved to drink and gamble. That's all they really did. They never did anything for me, to be honest. When I was in middle school, they made me get a job delivering newspapers to make ends meet. They didn't even want me to go to high school. They were always telling me to drop out and get a job instead. So when it came time for college, they said they weren't going to pay for it. No surprises there, so I had no choice but to get a job. But I still lived with my parents. Why? Well, I got this little sister, Pam. She was 4 years younger than me. I loved my sister very much. She meant everything to me. And I wanted to look after her since my parents weren't being helpful. Once she was out of high school, I was planning to move out. I'm home! What a day.
Hey, Paul. Long day at the office, huh?
Yeah. Hey, what's for dinner? Something smells good. Is it curry?
Nope, but close. I made some curry-flavored pasta.
Curry-flavored pasta? I see. Interesting. Pam always cooked for me. Her choice of ingredients was very unique, but she was actually a pretty good cook. My parents were barely home, so it was just us two. It's always been like this, so we were used to it by now. Pam, you're a teenager now. You probably want new clothes and stuff. Here's some allowance. Go buy yourself something nice.
Oh, it's fine, really. You know that I don't make much. And I don't care about clothes as long as I have my laptop, I'll be fine.
Hey now, I make decent money.
Sorry.
We got along just fine, but our parents, I hated them so much.
Paul, did you get paid yet? I lost all my money at the casino today.
What? It was still the beginning of the month. What the hell is wrong with her? You lost too, huh? Same here. All I got left is $3.40. I always gave them money for groceries and stuff, but they usually spent everything at the casino. For as long as I can remember, they've never had a job. Good thing our grandpa left us his house. Otherwise, we'd probably be homeless.
Oh well, too bad. I better go see Pam at work then. I'll ask her boss to pay us in advance.
Sounds good. Let's grab some food while we're at it. Nothing tastes better than free food. Pam worked at a diner, so they were hoping to catch a free meal. Whenever they ran out of money, they went over there and made Pam pay for everything. Hey, Mom! She's saving up for college! Stop leeching off of her! I had to say something to them, but then... Who do you think you're talking to, huh? You think you're better than us because you work for a living? Give me a break! Don't push me, asshole! Stay out of this! My dad had a real issue with controlling his anger. There was nothing I could do when he got upset like this. He was causing me a headache.
Yeah, you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for us, you know. We raised you, don't forget that. Stop being ungrateful.
They're joking me, right? They never did anything for me. Look, just leave Pam out of this, okay? Here, take this. Then I handed them a $100 bill. It was the last one I had left. And they were most likely going to blow it all on gambling. But it was the only thing I could do to keep Pam out of all this. So yeah, that's why I still lived here. I couldn't leave my little sister with these people. A few weeks later, when I got back home from work, there was this really scary looking guy standing in front of the house. Is he a loan shark? Not again. My parents were always being chased around by loan sharks. When are they gonna learn? When I walked in, my mom came out of the living room.
Welcome home, dear. We've been waiting for you.
What now? What's going on? Then my dad showed up. He had this big smile on his face for some reason. Paul, there you are! Something was up. They never greeted me like this when I got home. I had a bad feeling about this.
Hey now, why the long face? Relax. Here, sit.
Then she took me into the living room. There was this big photo album on the table. What's this?
Take a look.
So I opened the album. It was a picture of this woman in a kimono. Wait, are they trying to set me up with someone?
So, what do you think?
What does she mean by that? I was so confused, I didn't know what to say. Well, she's a bit chubby, but she looks like a nice girl. You two will make a great couple, I'm sure. So you'll see her, right? What? Hold on! I'm only 22! Hold on, what is all this? Why are you trying to set me up with this random girl? I don't even want to get married, no way! When I told them no, my dad started flipping out. he got up and started yelling at me. Not again. Be quiet. You've got no choice. Marry her. Was he for real? I already liked someone else, so I didn't want to marry some random woman.
Listen, if you marry her, our debt goes away. Zenida-san, the guy we owe money to, this is his daughter. He really wants her to get married. You'll get to start your own family and we'll be set free. It's a win-win. Think about it.
Oh, I get it. So they're using me to get out of debt. Makes sense, I guess. Absolutely not. I'm not gonna get married to get you guys out of debt. I'll get married when I feel like it. I'm not gonna marry some random woman for you guys. But then my mom said,
Well, if you say no, Pam's the one that's gonna suffer. She's a young girl. There are plenty of ways for her to make money.
what kind of person says that about their own daughter? They make me sick. Well then, it's decided. I'll tell him you said yes, okay? Guess I had no choice. Pam, I'm not gonna let anything bad happen to you, I promise. So I agreed to see this woman. That night, my life is over. I looked at the picture again. I was devastated. Saying that she was chubby was an understatement. Frankly put, she was pretty fat. I guess she might be cute if she lost some weight, but she kinda looked like a sumo wrestler. No wonder she's still single. And now they're gonna make me marry her? I hated my parents so much. Why do I have to marry some random woman to clean up after their mess? Then Pam walked into my room.
Hey, I heard what happened. They're unbelievable.
No worries, Pam. I won't let anything bad happen to you. I promise.
Thanks, but, I don't think you have anything to worry about.
Huh? What do you mean?
I started looking into this woman they're trying to set you up with, and...
Pam was really good with computers, so she used her skills to look into this woman.
The thing is... Mumble, 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 mumble.
What? For real?
Yup.
I wasn't expecting that, but she was right. I guess I had nothing to worry about.
This is our chance to get some revenge on them.
Sounds good. So we started planning. A few weeks later, I was at a restaurant to meet this woman. Her father looked scary as always, and his daughter, she looked much bigger in person. When they got up to go to the bathroom, my parents started laughing at me and said,
Did you see her? I heard she's been trying forever to get married, but no wonder she's still single.
You said it. But hey, she's the perfect match for him. Then they came back into the room. My parents stopped laughing. Then they started sucking up to Zenda-san.
Your daughter really is so pretty, and she's got such class. My son is really grateful.
Yeah, he's the luckiest guy ever. Seriously? They were such suck-ups. Whatever.
So, Paul, what do you think of my daughter, huh?
Well, it's not like I had a choice here, so I said to him, she looks great. I'd love to marry her. I'm a lucky guy. Thank you so much. My parents looked surprised.
Huh?
They probably thought I was gonna say no, and his daughter looked surprised too.
What?
They all looked really surprised.
Ah, good to hear, Paul. Glad you like her. Well, take good care of her, will you?
So it was decided. We were gonna get married. A few minutes later, my parents stepped out and left me alone with Zenda-san's daughter.
Hey, why did you agree to this? Let me guess. Your parents owe him money, don't they? You don't have to do this, you know. I'll talk to my dad if you want.
She sounded worried about me, but I actually meant what I said. It's me, Pam's brother. Remember me? She paused for a second. Then,
Wait, Paul? You mean, what?
so as it turns out, she was a childhood friend of mine. Pam and I used to play with her all the time. She was a really nice girl. Whenever bullies tried to mess with us, she defended us, and she was my first crush. She moved away when I was little, and I never heard from her after that, but I always liked her. and I never forgot about her once. When she was little, she wasn't this chubby, so I didn't even recognize her. I liked her for who she was, so I didn't really care that she was fat. Good thing Pam found out about this beforehand.
Wow, I don't believe this. You've changed. You look great, Paul. How have you been? How's Pam?
Then Pam popped out. She was hiding behind the closet.
Hey, long time no see. I missed you.
Pam!
It was so good seeing her. We all started reminiscing about the good old days. Then we came up with this plan to cut our parents out of our lives. A few months later, we were ready to move on with our plan. It was time to put an end to this once and for all. We all met up and went over to my parents' house.
Hey guys, what a nice surprise. Come on in. What's with the suitcase? You guys going on a vacation or something?
We had a bunch of suitcases with us. Yeah, we're going abroad. I can't tell you where, but yeah.
What do you mean? You're going on your honeymoon?
Why are you taking Pam with you? Actually, we're not going on vacation. We're all moving there. We've been preparing for this for months now. After proposing to her, we all came up with this plan to move out of the country. We wanted to get away from our parents, far enough that they could no longer bother us. I always liked to study, so I taught myself how to speak 3 different languages after high school. Then I applied for this global company and got a job abroad. So now, we were all ready to move out of the country. Can't tell you where I'm going, but yeah, we were all ready to go. So yeah, we're out of here. We're done with you. We're cutting all ties with you. You guys are on your own now, so good luck. What are you saying? You didn't even have your wedding yet! You can't just leave like this! You can't do this! You can't stop us. We're done. You guys are the worst parents in the world. We want nothing to do with you anymore. Anyways, we're out of here. Have a nice life.
Hold on, you're joking, right? You can't just leave. What's gonna happen to our debt? How are we supposed to make a living? You can't just abandon us.
Oh, shut up already. We want nothing to do with you anymore, okay? You understand what I'm saying to you? We're done. Get that through your head.
What? No! I won't allow this! Whatever. We don't need your permission. Our flight is leaving soon, so gotta go. Her dad's gonna come looking for you soon, I'm sure. Good luck! Bye now!
No, wait!
Wait! We just ignored them and walked out. We were finally free. I talked to a bunch of lawyers before this, and there was nothing they could do now. Free at last! This isn't gonna end well for them, but oh well. Hey, thanks for coming with me.
Sure thing. I always wanted to get away from my parents, so... And as long as I'm with you, everything's gonna be okay.
Thanks, babe. I love you so much.
Get a room, you two.
After that, Zenda-san was pissed. He started looking for us, but we were thousands of miles away now, so he was out of luck. And even if he found out where I was, what was he gonna do? There was nothing he could do to us now. And so, the deal was off. My parents were still in debt, and since they couldn't pay him back, they got sent to work on this fishing boat to work off their debt. And Zenda-san? Looks like he was in a lot of debt himself. It wasn't looking good for any of them. Oh well. As for me, work was great. I loved my new job. And Pam was loving it here too. We always wanted to live abroad, so life was good. Pam also got a job doing something with her computer. I think she made more than me. As for my wife, apparently she got fat on purpose. Her parents were always trying to set her up with someone else. So she thought if she got fat, she wouldn't have to marry anyone. I wasn't expecting that. A few months later, she lost a lot of weight and she looked fantastic. Hey, how are you settling in? Are you doing all right? Moving to a different country can't be easy. If you need anything, let me know, okay?
Oh, no worries. I'm fine. I love it here. Thank you so much for getting me out of that house. You're my hero, babe.
Sure thing. Love you.
Oh, get a room! Come on, let's eat. I made some pasta. Come on, before it gets cold.
I'm Sean. I'm a 35-year-old stay-at-home husband. My wife, Anna, she works at a really big global tech firm. She was a brilliant woman. She always loved her job. And she was very eager to climb up the corporate ladder. A lot of women quit their jobs after they get married. But that wasn't even an option for her. That was fine and all. But it seemed like work was all she cared about. I tried to talk to her about this a few times, but it never went well. Hey Anna, we're getting married soon, and do you have any plans for the future? Personally, I kinda want kids.
Kids? But we're still in our 20s. Aren't you being a bit too hasty? And I'm really busy with work right now. I'm the youngest person to be assigned project leader, you know. It's a big responsibility. There's no way I'm gonna stay home and cook and clean for you. No way, that's just not who I am.
Right, I know that. And I know your job means a lot to you, but maybe you can still take some time out of your busy schedule to think about our future and stuff, you know?
What does that mean? I do that. I talk to you all the time about our future and stuff, and you're the one that came up with the idea of you being a stay-at-home husband.
Yeah, I like doing housework, so it's fine, but
Then what's the problem? Stop complaining already. Unlike you, I work all day long, okay? I'm under a lot of stress, and when I'm home, I just want to relax and rest, okay?
that didn't work. What am I doing wrong? How do I talk to her about this? I tried talking to her many times, but every time I did, she always got upset like this. I guess she didn't like me telling her what to do and stuff. We never got in a big fight or anything, but this was causing me a lot of headache. I guess being tolerant of your partner is an important part of marriage, but I don't know. I wish there was something I could do.
You've been complaining a lot these days. I don't want to say this, but I'm the one making all the money, okay? If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be able to live like this.
Yeah, I know that, but
Stop starting every sentence with but. It's so annoying. Think about what I said. If you were the one working, we could never afford to live at a place like this, and you know it. There's a nice car out there, all the nice vacations. None of those will be possible. Don't you forget that, okay?
I think we're getting off of subject here. I'm not complaining about anything. I just wish she'd talk to me more, that's all. But I better keep quiet. She seems upset. There's no talking to her when she gets like this. You're right. Sorry. A few years ago, I used to work too, but she was making way more money than I was. I was just an average guy with an average pay. I wasn't an elite like Anna. But the hours were really long. I always came home exhausted. I barely had the energy to do anything around the house back then. So when she said I should be a stay-at-home husband, I didn't have any reason to say no. But she's been like this ever since then, and there was nothing I could do. I tried talking to her many times, but it never ended well for me. Whatever. As long as I keep my mouth shut, it's gonna be okay, I guess. Whenever I got stressed out like this, I always went to the grocery store nearby. Why? Well,
Welcome! You're here early today. You finished all your house chores already?
Pam, hey, how are you? I got up early today, so I finished all the house chores already. I even hung up the mattress outside. It was really sunny outside today, so...
Sounds good. Your wife is lucky to have someone like you.
Yeah, I guess. So, what do you got for me today? Any fresh fish or vegetables you recommend? My wife's been working really late these days, so I want to make her something healthy.
You're so sweet. I wish my husband was like you.
Hey guys, keep it down! There are other customers here, you know? Oh, sorry, my bad. Let me guess, he was bragging about his wife again.
Yep, as always. I wish my husband was like you.
Oh, stop it. I'm just doing my job, that's all. Hey, Mark, looks like the store's doing pretty well. Yep, it's all thanks to you guys. Good customers, good employees. I'm a lucky guy. Good to hear. I love this place. I always look forward to coming here. It's the best part of my day. Thank you always, Mark. Pam. I said to them with a big smile. I really love this place. The owner here, Mark, we used to go to high school together. He was a dear friend of mine. He was always helping me out with stuff. He was my best friend, basically. I always shopped at his place, because he had the best products. I wanted the best for Anna, and I wanted to do everything I could to support her. I got some fresh vegetables, and a nice piece of yellowtail. Yellowtail's her favorite, so can't wait for dinner. After I got home, I took a short break. Then I took in the laundry. Then I got dinner started. I also started making lunch for the next day. A few hours later, it was 7:05. She's usually home by 7. I guess she's working late today. Then, a few minutes later, Anna walked through the front door. Hey, long day at the office, huh? I filled up the bathtub, and I got some yellowtail for dinner. Your favorite, right? Anna? You okay? I thought she'd be really happy since yellowtail was her favorite. But she seemed to be in a really bad mood for some reason. Then she took out her lunchbox and slammed it on the table. Anna, what's going on? Is everything okay? I asked her what was going on. Then she glared at me and said,
What the hell is this, huh? I told you to make something nutritious for lunch. You know how much I care about that. Fried chicken, fried fries. What were you thinking? I can't eat this crap.
Huh? But I thought you liked fried food. And I didn't even put that much in there. And I put some vegetables in there too. Well, I'm sorry. I'll be more careful from now on.
Stop making excuses, okay? I want to eat healthily. I told you this a million times. Just do as I say, okay? Ugh. From now on, I'm gonna check the lunchbox every morning. Got it?
Okay. Stop being so mad at me. I'm doing my best.
Why did I say you should become a stay-at-home husband in the first place, when you're just bad at everything you do? When you were working, you barely made any money, and now you can't even do house chores, right? Are you good at anything? Seriously.
You're right, Anna. I'm not very good at anything. I'm really sorry. I really am.
Whatever, I'm tired. I don't feel like eating, so I'm just gonna shower and go to sleep.
I just kept apologizing to her as always. She wasn't like this before, though. What happened to us? Back then, she was always smiling, and we were much happier. What went wrong? Well, there's only one thing I can do. I'm gonna make her the best lunch ever tomorrow and make her proud. So I decided to move on and got to work. Then the next morning, Anna, hey, sorry about last night. Look, I took your advice and what do you think? You like it? I included a lot of vegetable dishes. Hope you like it.
Oh, you can't be serious. I told you I wanted a nutritious lunch. I didn't ask for a veggie platter. Did you hear a word I said? Ugh. You can't even follow simple instructions. I guess you're just too stupid to understand what I'm saying to you.
What? Then she took the lunchbox and threw it in the trash! I can't keep doing this. If I keep going like this, I don't know what's gonna happen to me. Maybe I should just end this. Maybe I should just divorce her and move on. Then, I just didn't care anymore. So I said to her, I want a divorce. I don't think I can keep doing this. I told her it was over. But I regretted it immediately. This was only gonna make things worse.
You for real right now? You want a divorce? Seriously? That's a good one. Fine, if that's what you want, go ahead, divorce me. You know you can't do it.
Then she started laughing in my face. I knew she'd react like this, but I no longer cared. I couldn't take it anymore. After that, she left without saying anything. I just stood there for a few minutes, staring into space. After she left, I cleaned the house and headed to the grocery store. When I got there, Mark came running up to me. He looked worried. Pam joined him too. She looked concerned as well. Hey, what happened? Are you okay? You don't look okay, and why are you still wearing your apron? And your hair's all over the place. And you've got bags under your eyes. What happened? Oh, well, it's a long story.
Is everything okay? Did something happen at home? You've been acting really weird lately. You're always smiling and stuff, but it feels like you're forcing it. Is everything okay? You know you can talk to me.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I didn't think much of it, but you okay, man? You got time right now? Time? I guess time is all I got. In that case, talk to Pam. I'll cover for her. What do you mean? Before working here, Pam used to work at a law office. She quit after she got married, but she used to be a really great lawyer.
Yep, and I'm specialized in divorce. I was one of the best divorce attorneys in the city. If you need my help, all you gotta do is ask.
So I decided to get her help. We went back to the store office, and I told her everything that happened. I started crying, but I didn't care anymore. I told her everything. After I was finished, she paused for a few seconds. Then,
I'm really sorry to hear that. I had no idea she treated you like this. You always seemed so happy. I should have noticed. I'm sorry.
oh, it's not your fault. If anything, you've been helping me out this whole time. Going to the grocery store and talking to you guys really calmed my nerves, and I feel much better now. I'm really glad we had this talk. I can't live with her anymore, so I'm gonna pack my things and leave tonight.
Yeah, I think that's the right move. Divorce isn't easy, but in your case, I think it'll be good for you. A lot of people go on to live wonderful lives after they get divorced, so...
Thank you. So I headed back home, packed my stuff, went to the city office, got the divorce papers, and filled them out. Everything was ready. Now I just wait for Anna to come home and tell her how I feel. I was done with this. I decided to watch some TV while I waited. I couldn't remember the last time I watched TV like this. That day, she got home early, around 5 p.m.
What the hell are you doing? Where's my dinner? Have you got mad?
No. Look, I meant what I said this morning. I can't live with you anymore. Here, fill this out, please. I already signed it, and, I actually talked to a lawyer. All the horrible things you said to me over the years, she said I can sue you for damages. So I guess I'll see you in court.
What?
She was clearly upset and confused. But she wasn't going down without a fight.
Screw you! Stop messing around! I won't allow this! Screw your lawyer! You can't just divorce me because you want to. That's not how it works, idiot! And what are you gonna do if you leave me, huh? What are you gonna do for money? Stop being stupid! I made a few comments about the food you cooked. You can't divorce me for that, and you know it! Stop being ridiculous!
I knew she'd react like this. Whatever. I'm just gonna tell her how I feel and leave. I was done with her. Hold on, you really think you're the only reason we get to live like this? If you really think that, then I don't know what to tell you.
What the hell are you talking about?
I never told you this, but, I'm a trader. I actually make a lot more money than you. Did you know that? I guess not. That car out there, that thing costs $100,000. You really think we can afford that with your salary alone? Do the math.
What? You never told me that.
I thought about telling you, but you never listened to me anyways. So, yeah, no worries. I'll be fine on my own. Thanks for your concern, though. After I told her the truth, she started to panic. Then she started apologizing to me.
I'm so sorry. I had no idea. I never meant to hurt you like that, honestly. I'm truly sorry. It won't happen again, I swear. Please, give me another chance, please.
Yeah, right. You really think I'm gonna forgive you after everything that happened? I don't think so. Save your breath, okay? I'm done with you. There's nothing you can say to change my mind. Nothing. I deserve better than this. It's time for me to move on with my life. So yeah, I'm done.
No, please. Please don't leave me. Please, I'll start doing the housework too. Please. Please don't leave me, Sean. Please.
She started crying like a child. But like I said, my mind was made up. There was nothing she could do to change my mind. I was done with her. It was time for me to move on with my life. I stayed at a nice hotel for a few weeks until I found a new apartment for myself. And the divorce was finalized within a few months. I thought it'd take longer than that, so that was nice. And I also sued her for damages, and the judge ordered her to pay me in full. So everything went according to plan. It was all thanks to Pam. As for Anna, things weren't looking good for her. She didn't have much savings, so she had to borrow money to pay me, and now she was up to her neck in debt. And now that she was all alone, she had to do everything herself. But she was terrible with housework, and her performance at the office dropped significantly. She started missing important meetings and stuff, and a few months later, she got fired. She started working at a different company after that, but she didn't last very long there. She was flat out broke now, and she ended up losing everything. Now she had to work multiple jobs just to pay the bills. Sucks for her, but oh well. She did this to herself. As for me, I was finally free. It was such a weight off my shoulders. I haven't felt this good in a while. Life was good! A few days later, I was at the grocery store again. I wanted to make something nice for dinner. Oh, and I wanted to thank Mark and Pam for helping me out with the divorce. Pam, thanks for everything. Everything went according to plan, and it's all thanks to you. The divorce was finalized a few weeks ago, and I haven't felt this good in years. It's such a weight off my shoulders.
Good to hear. I'm glad everything worked out for you. And there's no need to thank me. All I did was give you some legal advice and introduce you to a good divorce lawyer, so don't worry about it.
There you are! I was wondering when you'd show up. You look much better, man. Good for you. You even look younger now. Stop it. But, thanks, man. Thanks to you two, I feel great again. No problem. Just don't stop coming here, okay? Of course not. I wouldn't shop anywhere else.
Good. If it wasn't for you, we'd probably go out of business. You're one of our best customers.
Good to know. I actually moved closer to this place, so you'll be seeing me more often.
I'm Pam. I'm a 30-year-old housewife. I live with my husband, Tom. Today, we were visiting his grandparents. Ooh, this place is so classy. I love it here. This is a great house you got here.
Thanks. This place is pretty old, though. How long has it been? 60 years?
Actually, it's been 65 years now, dear. We built this place right after we got married, so...
They got all kinds of memories here. But when I was a kid, I drew on the walls and I got into a lot of trouble.
They got mad at you? But they're so nice. I can't imagine what they're like when they get mad.
Oh, they're scary. Very scary. And they've been farmers all their lives, so they got the stamina. It's wise not to anger them. Hey, the mochi on the stove is ready.
Ah, you're right. I'll go grab some soy sauce from the kitchen. Pam, Tom, could you grab some plates from the shelf over there?
Okay.
I really loved spending time with them. We both loved it here, so we came here all the time. But, they were really nice people, but their daughter and my mother-in-law, she was quite the character. Not sure how you turn out like that when you have great parents like these, but... And Tom's sister, she was a bit of a troublemaker as well. For instance, when we went over to his house to say hello after we got engaged. So you're gonna marry my son, huh? Fair enough. Come over here 3 times a week and do things around the house for me then, okay? It was a 3-hour drive from where we lived, so there was no way I could do that. Tom told me that his mother was troubled, so I wasn't that surprised when she told me this. But still, I didn't know what to say to her. Then his sister, Katy, she said to me, "Come on Sundays. You can give me a ride to my boyfriend's house then."
Mom, Katie, stop it. She's not going to be doing that. It's a 3-hour drive here.
Stay out of this, Tom. I'm your mother, so do as I say. My house, my rules. Got that?
Growing up, his grandma took care of him for the most part. Tom was a very kind-hearted person, but he tried to carry everything by himself. He always wanted to say something to his mother and sister, but he usually just kept quiet. But after we got married, he said he'd do anything to protect me. And he kept his word. Whether his mom or sister said something like this, he stood up for me. And he was still working on it, but he was trying really hard to change, and that's what mattered most. And I wanted to do anything I can to help him out. His mom, she was a single mom. She grew up in the same house her parents lived in now. That's where she gave birth to Tom and Katy, but she barely did anything to take care of them. She was always going out with friends. Tom didn't remember much, but according to his grandparents, they were always fighting. They were always telling her that she had to do a better job as their mother. She was getting tired of being yelled at, so she went out there and married a rich guy, hoping to solve all her problems. Then she took her kids with her and moved out of the house. She hasn't seen her parents ever since. I heard she was terrified of them. But the man she married, Tom's father-in-law, he passed away a few years ago. He was in a car accident. Anyways, she told me to help out with things around the house 3 times a week, but needless to say, I wasn't gonna do that. I did my best to stay away from them. I didn't even go to their house during the holidays. Tom felt the same way. He wanted nothing to do with them. But then one day we got a call from his mother.
Pam, hey! When are you moving in?
Moving in? What are you talking about?
I'm telling you to come in and live with us. Come over Sunday, I'll be waiting.
What? Hold on, what are you saying? You want us to move in with you and your daughter?
Yep, that's right.
But we never agreed to this.
Doesn't matter, okay? Look, my husband left me some money when he died, but we're almost dry. I can't make ends meet. You guys haven't been here in a while. You two are the only family I've got left, so you have to take care of me.
Wait, so she wants us to support her financially? Is that it? I don't know. We can't just move in like that.
I don't care. I'm your mother-in-law. Do as I say.
She hasn't changed one bit. What do I do?
And you guys live too far away. It's a 3-hour drive, right? Well, once you do move in with us, you can do housework for us 7 days a week.
So she wants Tom to pay for everything and make me her personal maid? I don't think so. Screw that. I took a deep breath and I said to her, I don't think so. I'll talk to Tom, but he's gonna say no for sure. Did you talk to him already?
No, but it's not a problem. He never says no to me, so he'll be fine with it.
I don't think so.
I already quit my job and everything, so I really need you guys to come.
You quit your job?
Yeah, I'm almost 60. I don't want to work anymore. And I don't have to. Tom's gonna support me from now on, so, well, I gotta go. See you in a couple of days.
Move in with them? No way, absolutely not. But there was just no talking to her. This woman didn't listen to reason. What do I do? Trying to talk to her was a waste of time, so I just said bye and hung up the phone. She called me a couple of times after that, but I just ignored her. Then, 2 weeks later, as I was getting dinner started, someone rang the doorbell. I checked the door monitor and, oh, what the hell? What are they doing here? It was my mother-in-law and Katy. I had no idea they were coming over. I just froze up, not knowing what to do. Then...
What's going on? What the? Mom? Katy? What are they doing here?
Tom sounded terrified. They drove for 3 hours to come here? I don't really want to see them.
No worries. We'll just pretend like we're not home.
So we decided to keep quiet. But then a few minutes later, Katy started taking the electric bicycle we had parked outside.
What are you doing?
Tom turned on the mic and started yelling at her. Ah, there you are! We're here to help you move. I'll take the bike for you.
We've been waiting forever. Get a move on. And I need some money by tomorrow to pay off my debt. From now on, I want $1,000 every month. Hope you're okay with that. And, can I get an advance? Oh, and Pam, I want another $1,000 from you, so that'll be $2,000 in total.
Open the door. We've got a lot of work to do.
We came all this way to help you move. We even rented a truck.
They kept banging on our door, and I was hoping they'd stop at some point, but they just kept going. Oh, shut up already! Go home already! But then I remembered something. There was something they didn't know about, and I realized I could use that against them. So Tom and I came up with this plan to get them back. This is gonna be great! Tom went upstairs. I stayed in the room to keep an eye on them.
Our microwave is getting really old. He got a new one when he got married, so we can use that from now on.
Sounds good. And that electric bike, that one's mine. I've always wanted one of those. Oh, they're pathetic. few minutes later, I headed to the entrance hall and opened the front door. Pam, hey! We're here to help you move. They tried to walk into the house, but I didn't let them. Then I smiled at them and said, "What do you mean move? We already did." Huh? What do you mean? Wait, you guys don't know? This isn't our house anymore. They seemed really confused, but then they froze up. Tom showed up with his grandparents. His grandpa was reading in the room before this, and his grandma was in the kitchen cooking with me. That's why Tom was upstairs earlier. When you called me the other day and asked me to move in with you, I told your parents about it, and we decided to swap houses. What? We always loved their house. We always talked about moving there someday, and they wanted a smaller house with better toilets and stuff, so we decided to trade houses. And I knew that they'd show up here at some point, so our plan worked perfectly. She hated them. Growing up, her parents always yelled at her, and she couldn't stand them. And they were furious. We told them everything she tried to do, so they were ready to tear her a new one. My mother-in-law looked terrified. I came over today to show her how to use the equipment in the kitchen. We just finished making dinner. That's why we're here today. They were very upset with her. They knew everything, so she wasn't talking her way out of this. First, they started by apologizing to us for what their daughter did. I guess they felt responsible for raising her like this. Ah! She fell on her bottom. She was so scared of them. This is too funny. As for Katy... Wait, so are you two my grandparents? She seemed confused. She hasn't seen them in years, so I guess she didn't remember them.
Long time no see, Katy. Last time I saw you, you were just a baby. You were so cute and innocent back then. But now look at you.
He said to her. Huh? She took a step back from him. She looked terrified. What the hell is your problem, old man? Get away from me!
Shut up, you thief! Give us back the bicycle! Now!
What? But I thought it was my brother's!
Yeah, give it back to me, right now, or I'm calling the cops!
Katy, just do as he says, please.
Her mother started crying. Wow, what did they do to her? She's terrified of them. She was like a completely different person in front of them. It was so pathetic. I should have just called her parents right from the beginning. Oh well.
I'm sorry, please forgive me. We'll never bother them again, I promise.
She started begging them for forgiveness. They looked at each other and paused for a second. Then, Tom told me that you're always telling him what to do, saying that you're his mother.
What?
Well, by that logic, I'm your mother, so you have to do as I say.
What?
You two, come inside now! You'll be living with us from now on.
What? Me too? Yes! The way you two turned out is partially our fault, so we're gonna fix that.
Yeah, come inside, now!
Their faces went pale. They were scared out of their minds. They tried to make a run for it, but Grandpa grabbed them and dragged them into the house.
I guess we should head back now.
Yeah, looks like they're gonna be busy for a while, so let's leave them to it. Not sure what they're doing to them in there, but oh well. So we got our stuff and headed back to our new home. We loved our new home! After that, Katy returned the bike to Grandpa. A few weeks later, they got all their stuff and moved in with them. They made them work around the clock. They didn't even have time to rest. She didn't even let them use a vacuum. They had to clean the entire house with a rag. Oh, and they couldn't use the washing machine either. Sucks for them. And they couldn't buy any new clothes either. They had to wear Grandma's old clothes. And they didn't have any socks. And their room had no AC. They weren't even allowed to eat junk food.
and her parents managed all the money they made, and they barely had any left for themselves. They were both miserable. Sucks for them. Living like that, I wouldn't be able to stand it. It was like living in prison or worse. A few months later, we were able to visit them, and they looked like completely different people now. They were both really polite to us, and they'd also lost a lot of weight. I felt bad for them, but oh well, whatever. As for us, we were loving our new home. It was the best. It was so nice being surrounded by nature, and our neighbors were really friendly. They always gave us fresh vegetables and stuff.
I'm home!
Hey, look what I got today. This thing is huge.
Wow, that's gigantic!
I used as much of it as I can, but I still got 3 of these left. What else should I make?
Oh, I know. How about yellowtail? It goes great with radish.
Oh, sounds good. Thank you for watching. What kind of crazy people will we get to see next? Stay tuned for more.